Hey everybody, time to do vocabulary power 1 again. So we're going to look at chapter 2 today. Our first word in chapter 2 is allow. I want to wear jeans to work, but my boss doesn't allow it. Smoking is not allowed in hospitals. So number 1 has been done for you. That means to let happen. So when you're a child, you have to ask your parents for permission to do something. If they say yes, then they're going to allow you to do it. If you want to take time off from work, you have to ask for permission from your boss, and your boss may or may not allow you to take a day off. Okay. 2 is attempt. Joan wants to win, so she'll attempt to run faster than she ever has before. The child attempted to ride his bike without using his hands. So do you think attempt is A, to learn how to do, B, to try to do, or C, to do well? If you've guessed B, you're right. When you attempt to do something, you try to do something. So I'm going to attempt to swim, right? So I'm going to try to swim, right? So if I wanted to learn how to swim, well, I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to try it. Next is cause. The police and fire departments looked for the cause of the fire. I'm sure the sour milk was the cause of my sickness. So do you think that means something that stops an event from happening, something that makes an event happen, or the most serious moment of an event? If you said B, you're right. The cause is the reason something happens. You can ask, why did it happen? And you could say, it happened because of this. So you could say, why is your mother angry? She's angry because my dad lied to her. Or you could say the cause of her anger is my dad lied to her. Hey, 4 is cure. Sadly, my dog is sick with cancer and no medicine can cure him. The doctors are working to cure her illness. We all hope she'll become well again. So do you think cure is to understand an illness, to make an illness go away, or to become ill? Now, ill means sick. Illness is a sickness. Okay. Now, if you think cure is B, make an illness go away, you're right. So right now they're trying to find a cure for COVID-19. There is no cure. We can't just take medicine and it goes away. So, hopefully there's going to be a cure soon. Okay. 5 is damage. Oliver dropped the box, but there was no damage to the glasses inside. A lot of water came through the ceiling. The damage is quite bad. So is damage a change that creates a bad smell, a change that makes something turn a different color, or a change that makes something hurt or broken? If you said C, that's right. So if I accidentally crash my car into another car, both cars will probably be damaged, right? They'll be dented, they'll have to get fixed. Okay, 6 is disease. Drinking unclean water can bring disease into a group of people. The child was born with a brain disease. The parents have asked many doctors to find a way to make their child healthy. So is a disease an illness, an accident, or a strong pain. If you said an illness, you're right. So cancer is a disease, it's an illness, a sickness. Okay, 7 is raise. When the teacher asks a question, we raise our hands to answer it. The child raised her eyes to the sky to watch the plane. So is raise to open, to move from side to side, or to move up? If you said move up, you're right. So when you want to ask a question in class or when we collaborate online, you can raise your hand, right? So you put your hand up in the air. Okay, 8 is record. That's the noun. If it's the verb, then it's record. So right now I'm recording this video. But in this case, it's the noun record. So the school keeps records of all of its students. They're shared only with teachers and parents. The hospital needed time to put all the health records on the computer. So do you think that is information written down, a list, or a plan? If you said A, you're right. So when you send excuse me, when you send me your homework, I mark it and then I make a record. So I write it down. I write down that student, this particular student got 82% on assignment 1 and 76% on assignment 2, and so on. Your doctor keeps records, your dentist keeps records. So every time you go to the doctor or the dentist, they write down what they did and what your health was like on that day. Okay, 9 is risk. Before you do dangerous activities like mountain climbing, you should understand all the risks. Tara knew that leaving her present job to find a new one was a risk, but she was so unhappy that she didn't care. So is a risk a big mistake, a bad possibility, or a bad situation you cannot change? If you said B, you're right. A bad possibility. Something bad could happen. Now, we can't say it will definitely happen, but it could. So if you go out fishing on a lake and you don't wear a life jacket, you're taking a risk, because if something happens to the boat and you fall in the water and you can't swim, you'll drown, right? So it's a risk if you don't follow the safety protocols. And the last one is shore. The couple took a walk along the shore. They watched the sun set over the lake. The houses near the shore are more expensive than the ones farther from the ocean. So is that land near water, a wave of water, or a road? Did you say A? If you did, you're right. Land near water. So if you like fishing, you stand on the shore. So you're on the land, but you're right beside the water. Okay? Okay, let's pronounce these. I'm going to say them, and I want you to say them after me. So, allow, attempt, cause, cure, damage, disease, raise, record, risk, shore. Okay, now I just want you to turn to page 14 because raise has some other definitions. So we've already talked about raise your hand or put it up in the air, put it up, okay? Raise can also be to become larger or higher in amount, number, or level. So if you ask your boss for a raise, it means you want more money. If you're making $15 an hour now and you say, I want a raise, it means you want $16 or $17 an hour. You want to be paid more, a higher amount. Okay. Raise can also be to collect money so that you can use it to help people. So if you are on a sports team and your team has to travel to Calgary, it'll cost money, right? You need gas and motel rooms. So in order to raise money, you might sell cookies or something, right? To make that money, raise the money that you need. Okay, so record, we already talked about information about something that's written down for future use, like when I write down your marks and when your dentist writes down that you got your teeth cleaned on September 2nd, and so on. Record, though, is also the fastest speed, longest distance, highest or lowest level ever. So whoever has run the fastest ever has the record. So if John Smith ran, say, 1 mile in 3 minutes and 22 seconds, and nobody else has run faster than that, he has the record. Okay. Now, if we look on the next page, we always allow somebody to do something, right? So remember, to allow, you have to ask permission. So you'll ask your parents, or you'll ask your boss, or you'll ask your teacher, and your teacher will allow you to leave early, right? To attempt, you can make an attempt to do something. It just means you're going to try to do something. Cause somebody or something to do something. So you've probably all driven in the winter and it gets icy. Sometimes the icy roads cause you to crash your car. Okay. Cure, a cure for something. So we're trying to find a cure for COVID-19, trying to find a cure for cancer. Okay, now you can set a new record. So remember I said John ran faster than anyone else ever has. But if all of a sudden somebody named Bill ran that same distance in 2 minutes and 55 seconds, he is the fastest runner in the entire world now. So he set a new record. The record used to be 3 minutes and, what did I say, 22 seconds. Now the new record is 2 minutes 55 seconds. Okay, and risk, quite often we'll say take a risk, right? So you could invest your money in a business, but you're taking a risk, because what if your business doesn't work out and you lose all of your money, right? Now, you could make a lot of money and that'd be great, but you could also lose all of your money. So that's a risk. Okay, so anyways, good luck with chapter 2. When you're done, take the pictures and email them to me as usual. Okay, talk to you again soon. Bye.